What's up, everybody? Hello. It's your mayor, the mayor, your host tonight.
Oh, your mayor.
Your mayor. I love that.
Let's
Your
go.
mayor.
Yeah.
Everybody's mayor.
Man doesn't need election day. He's just already the
He is
mayor.
a man of the people.
That's
Yes,
right.
he
I'm a
is.
man of all the people out there. Welcome to the Dad Hat Chronicle Sports Show. And although I don't have the physical controls, these guys can take me off anytime I start saying stupid things. But yeah, I will
You can
try to
count
help.
on it.
I'll try to help drive the show tonight here a little bit. We're here to get into all things sports. First off, just right off the bat, Ed and I are head to head, 3-3 right now. I'm not even sure, was it fifth inning?
Yeah,
So it's one of those nights. We'll keep an eye on the baseball game.
it's gonna be great. Be great.
It's getting to be NFL season too. So we're all going with our team hats tonight, and we're gonna make some football predictions, and we'll see where else this might go. But football's going to dominate the show a little bit. Oh my gosh, Mrs. Mayor is already scared that I'm hosting. So but hey, you got to start somewhere. So I might as well start at a show that's already on the way up, not one that's at the bottom yet. So let's see if we can take this thing a little higher.
Well, I mean, that's asking for a lot.
I was getting ready to sing that too, Patrick.
Yeah. Is that your creed? Is that your creed tonight?
There you go.
God.
Ding, ding.
Number one. Here we go. It started.
Yeah, we got to get a bell, Ed. We got to have a bell. Somebody needs the sound controls.
I know. I got to find a way to put some like extra stuff in this thing,
Okay, so Professor Hatter sees 3 good hats. Which one do you think he doesn't like?
He does not like the Green Bay Packers.
Yeah,
I know which one he doesn't like.
The worst team with the worst quarterback out there is who he likes.
Yeah, we'll get into some of the players too and talk about a little bit of the preseason now that we've got a second weekend behind us. I actually did watch a little bit this weekend myself. Not much, but a few.
You did?
Yeah, I watched a little bit of stuff just to kind of start taking a peek at some people. And
yeah,
so you were getting yourself to be depressed for the rest of the year with your Carolina Panthers. Is what
don't let him fool you. He was watching Kadarius Toney exclusive.
Actually, I think the Panthers have a quarterback better than Bryce Young right now, and he's the backup quarterback that I saw playing the other night. Because for what little bit he did, he already looked better to me. But what do I know?
Well, the season is young. You just don't know what's going to happen yet.
Ding.
Season is young. Number 2. Here we go.
All right, guys. So where do you want to go? Well, let's go with let's start with the influencer. Tell us what you're wearing, what you're drinking.
So I'm wearing my NFL team, the Green Bay Packers. Oh, that looked terrible. Watching the Angels and Royals, the 3 outfielders just collided for the Angels.
I was just about to say that was it. You said that's terrible. That I said that you're probably talking about the Angels, right?
Yeah, they're winning right now, but they just let Bobby Witt get probably a double. It was hard to catch that. But anyways, Green Bay Packers, and tonight I have the water, but I also have Shock Top Twisted Pretzel. So
that actually sounds pretty good.
They've had it before, so if you like a liquid pretzel, it's really good. They've had it before and it went away, and they brought it back and it went away, and everybody keeps saying bring it back. So got the Twisted Pretzel from Shock Top today.
Nice. There you go.
Very good.
Real quick, food and fitted, Phil. We may get into a little college too. We'll see where it goes.
Probably not. Just kidding. I'm kidding, Phil.
We have to get to Death Valley first.
If we don't get to it tonight, we'll definitely do it next week because that'll be leading into everything. Although there are some week 0 games. We'll discuss that a little bit.
Yeah, but they're like,
the Ireland game that I should have been at last year.
Yeah.
I mean, what do we have to talk about? Kent State's going to win it all. So, like, what?
Can't read, can't write, can't state, baby.
All right, Mr. Prospector, tell us what you got.
Well, good evening, gentlemen. Hope everyone's doing well. Shout out to the chat. Thanks for joining us tonight. I am wearing, as the influencer stated, we're all wearing our favorite NFL team hats. I'm wearing my beloved Indianapolis Colts, the Color Rush hat. It is a snapback, so it's comfortable. But it's the Color Rush hat for those that remember the Color Rush helmets. And tonight I'm bringing back a tried and true for those who maybe already know us already.
Rum.
We're bringing back the Gatorade, baby.
Sorry.
Rum.
What'd you say? What was that?
I said rum. Ugh, sorry about that.
Well, that was pre-gaming before the show.
Okay. Here we go. Couple shots.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I want to be ready to rumble. So,
Ding.
yeah. Ding. You set that one up perfectly.
Yeah,
that's right.
So yeah, that's what I'm wearing tonight, Mr. Mayor, and I'll throw it back to our esteemed host.
Well, good.
Back to you. Back to the studio.
Professor Hatter says snapback hat diversity. Look at you.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, well, let's move it over to the dad hat, who's not wearing a dad hat tonight. He's actually wearing, not only is he wearing a snapback, but a trucker snapback as well.
It is a trucker snapback.
Tell us what
Have
you
you
got
noticed
there.
that Mr. Dad Hat hasn't worn a dad hat in weeks?
I actually made some videos with a dad hat on just because I knew I was going to catch some shit from people. So I wore a dad hat.
Why is he shouting?
I don't
I don't know.
And the microphone is far from me, though.
Yeah, I know, but he's like, get off my lawn.
He's got his Mr. Rogers sweater on tonight, but he is not in Mr. Rogers mode.
Yeah,
He's not.
Tonight you
my
do,
lawn, asshole.
yeah, tonight you don't want to be his neighbor.
This is not. He's
I don't
not a
want
good neighbor.
I don't want you as a neighbor.
Like
he's
State
like-
Farm, he's not a good neighbor.
Oh, I am not. Actually, I'm a very good neighbor, as a matter of fact. I like my yard the way it looks. Anyways, listen, I'm wearing my New Era brown Elfie, Cleveland Browns hat. I am wearing my Mr. Rogers sweater. It is very comfortable. Thank you very much.
The
Okay.
famous Jameses.
All right. And then, of course, some water, H2O. I am home alone tonight. The wife and daughter, they went camping this week. Fortunately, because I did start a new job, someone doesn't have any vacation time. So you know how this goes, right?
Yes,
That's
sir.
how you
Yes,
get
sir.
out of the camping.
Yeah, I know, right? But she did say, it's like, you would like it here because it's like they're doing a lot of hiking and stuff that I like to do. And I'm like, well, maybe some other day. Thanks, babe. Appreciate that. Also, and by the way, before we continue, why do the majority of the people wearing a Yankee uniforms look absolute douche knockers? Like LeMahieu? That's the kind of guy that you just want to punch that face. Why is that?
It's one of those things you already know the answer, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I see him. He's like batting with his hat, helmet down low and everything. Try to act intimidating. Bro, I'll punch you.
Yeah. Do you think Kadarius
I
Toney
will punch
wears?
you.
Do you think Kadarius Toney wears a Yankee jersey in his off time?
And a hat.
And a hat.
Probably.
Yeah, I figured.
And then he wears batting gloves. Oh wait, he's allergic to.
If he wants to be a
he's
winner,
just
he
allergic
wears
to
it.
catching anything.
Yeah.
So.
Hey, don't be hating on haters. Or being a hater, hating on.
Oh,
on
I'm
the
hating on the
Yankees.
haters. You're right. Absolutely right.
I
Yeah,
totally
you know
messed
what?
that up.
You walk right into that one.
Well, you know what? Kadarius Toney's like Yankees outfielders. They can't catch.
Oh man!
You gotta let this guy host again.
Wow.
Right? By the way, can you? What is it about Verdugo and he's literally allergic to batting gloves?
Yeah, I saw that.
Yep. What is it? The chemical that's in them or something like that?
Must be.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't find a different batting glove
And
that
then
has.
everybody says, is he allergic to hitting the ball too? Because he's so
He's also
terrible.
allergic to that.
He has been since he got to the Yankees.
Yeah, the
It's-
stripes do that to some guys. They
It's like
can't handle the
Samson.
pressure.
They cut his beard and then he stopped hitting.
Yeah.
I just went biblical on you guys. Look at that. That's
I,
what-
Yeah,
I
you
still think that's a stupid rule. That
it is a
totally-
stupid rule.
That's one of the
Yeah.
stupidest rules they have.
Hey, how
Yeah.
long is Jess Chisholm out for?
I don't know.
Well, the good thing is that he can get his naps in because he loves to sleep.
Hey, ain't nothing wrong with naps, bro.
No, there's not. There's not.
Hold on
saying,
a second.
like-
I'm gonna have to defend him on that one.
Well, no,
Naps are-
I just loved on his off day how honest he was. He goes, "What'd you do? Nothing. I slept." I was like, "Good for you, my man."
Does that sound like how I would answer a question?
Certainly, if you were in a car or
Nothing.
literally in any position at all,
Nothing.
yes.
I was sleeping.
Nothing.
I will say this: both
I was
teams,
sleeping.
both teams that went to Williamsport, Yankees and Tigers, looked like they did a lot for those kids, though.
Yeah.
All kidding aside, they really did spend some
Yeah.
time with the kids. I mean, hell, Jazz was up in the stands during the game.
I mean, it's
Talking to
Chaz,
kids.
though. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
I mean, the dude is like, yeah.
Well, listen. I'm not Aaron. I'm not going to judge them. So whatever they did or didn't do.
Dang.
Are you? I know you have a notepad. Are you jotting down a tally?
That's good. I think we're at 4 right now.
Okay, I got it just now. I got the tally going. So
yeah. To answer Zach's question about when am I coming to Indiana to see the Colts? I've actually been to Indiana to see the Colts, Zach. Went a couple years ago. I love Lucas Oil Stadium. I've not been to an Indians game, ironically, because it was in the off season, but I have been to a Colts game and love Indianapolis. Love Lucas Oil Stadium.
So, real quick, what I've got my Panthers hat. It's not going to be a good year for us, but going with the dual tone Panthers dad hat here. I am wearing. I went and broke an old school shirt out here.
What happened?
Old school.
Oh my word!
Stars and stripes.
Somebody threw up all over.
Even Uncle Sam wouldn't wear a Yankees uniform.
And I'm drinking a Carolina Light American Ale from Savage Craft here in Columbia.
Nice.
That looks
And
pretty cool.
What's really cool is this is a veteran-owned brewery, and this particular Carolina Light features some artwork you can see on here. It's a bunch of, I guess, chicken gamecock-looking characters, but they're all drawn by a local guy here in town that sells artwork, and pretty respected, older guy. Just kind of looks like a homeless guy actually, but does some pretty good.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, I thought I was about to ask you: have you switched allegiances from Clemson to the University of South Carolina?
He did.
Oh gosh, no.
With Gamecocks all over the can,
No. That's
talking about college football just for Phil.
That's crazy talk right there.
I was just asking. I mean, just asking.
No, I like that he goes by the Chicken Man that does the artwork because he does a lot of.
Okay, so he looks homeless. He's known by the Chicken Man. Yeah, he is homeless.
But I actually do have a small print of a tiger paw he painted. So he does do a few Clemson things as well.
Just to piggyback on that story, to have a real quick funny story. So we were at Iron Monk Brewery in Stillwater. My wife's from Stillwater, and we did a tour. They were showing us some of the cans that they had, all the beers in. And one of the cans, the design of the can was just like kind of like a drawing similar to that. And the person that was giving the tour, my wife goes, "So did you guys have like a local school, like some kids from a local school draw that?" And he goes, "No, that was the head brewer or the owner. I forgot which you said, but that was him." So she literally criticized. Now the guy wasn't there, but she thought, because it was just like not a very good drawing on the label on the can. She asked if it was the local school kids, elementary kids that drew that.
Well played, and happy belated birthday to Shannon, by the way.
Yeah, happy belated birthday
to her.
To Mrs. Influencer.
I think she's doing some school work right now, so I don't know that she's listening.
No. Well, please send a happy belated birthday wishes to her.
Will do.
Definitely. To Professor Hatter, the fact that those kids got to World Series before Judge and Stanton. Well, if Judge and Stanton were playing on that field and hitting home runs out of that little league field, it'd be a different story too.
Wow, he's trying to take that personally.
Wow.
Did you see that kid that was warming up in the bullpen and like 3 or 4 of the MLB players were watching him just warm up in the bullpen? That would have been so cool.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Was it Aaron Judge that was riding like the bus with the kids or something like that? Or
him and Soto?
That's what it was.
Yeah.
Soto when he leaves the Yankees next year.
Man.
For another team.
Man, can you imagine those vibes when he becomes a New York Met? Man,
gross. He's not going to be a Met.
No, but well, man, that was Ed threw that one down before I could have any fun with it.
Yeah, no.
I was like, man, you can't even like root for the Mets, like despite the Yankees.
Nope.
Yeah,
it ain't happening.
Yeah.
No, it's not happening. So
yeah.
So we're still 3-3, by the way, in the 6th.
I just saw it 7. Yeah, they're doing the
God bless America.
God bless America right now. Yeah, that's it.
No lead for Cleveland to guard yet.
No,
Royals
Dang.
tied it up with the
there's
Angels.
5. All right, guys. So let's talk some football. Let's jump into
Now we're talking.
let's
Yes,
get some
sir.
NFL talk going here. So where do you want to
Jameson
go with it?
Lucy.
You want yeah, you want to talk about Jameson? I know you love that guy.
Man,
You love him as much as he loves crab legs. So
By the way, did
Yeah.
you see that the Browns are shopping DTR? They're
Really?
involved in some trade talks right now to
Well,
trade
wouldn't
DTR.
wouldn't you if you had Jameis? Yeah, there we go. No, that's a little surprising considering their injury situation last year. Like, why would you?
Considering the fact that Deshaun Watson hasn't proven shit, yeah, that's very surprising.
Yeah. You'll be trading for Flacco, mid-season.
I hope so. One can only hope, okay? One can only hope.
he's going. I'm not coming back there now. I tried to stay, and y'all didn't want me. I'm not coming back.
That's right.
God.
That's right. He's got a home in Indy, baby.
You'll play. Richardson will get hurt. That's right. I said
That's
that.
no, that's just mean. That's just
Why?
mean.
It's what do you want me to tell you? You want me to lie about it?
I mean, you're not wrong. You're not wrong, but it
It
still
still
hurts.
hurts.
Still hurts.
My quarterback got a $250 million guaranteed contract.
Fully guaranteed contract.
Fully guaranteed and cannot play. So
I just don't get what's going on with him. I really
What's
don't.
up, Val?
From a playing standpoint, like why he can't get it back together.
I mean, and if it was because it's like, all right, the offensive line is bad, but it's not. It's a really good offensive line. You got some really good wide receivers, a good running back, a great tight end in Njoku. So I don't know what the hell is going on with this dude. So he better get his shit together.
Mm-hmm.
You tell him, Ed.
It is get your head out of your ass because it is not a hat.
Yeah.
That's what my wife would say.
Patrick, you better do whatever you can to get Jason Bean to get on your 53-man roster.
Yeah, we'll try.
He looked decent the
He
other
did.
day. Had
did.
almost 100 yards passing and had a rushing touchdown. He was backup quarterback for KU for the last couple of years, but ended up playing most of both seasons and was electric. He's super fast, and so hopefully you guys will keep him and
I hope so.
utilize him somehow.
I hope so. Anyone that Coach Leipold had on his team, I'm all for. Rock chalk.
So y'all think Gardner Minshew's kind of becoming sort of the new Ryan Fitzpatrick, bounce team to team, maybe have a little bit of glory here and there?
I think he wants to break the record.
He definitely had a
maybe
little.
so.
I mean, he inherited the Fitz magic when Ryan retired. I mean, that's
Did you see the graphic? I think that I sent you guys that all the quarterback room, like he was going to be the default anyways.
Exactly.
He's the starter
Yeah.
anyways. He was
Yeah.
named the starter.
Right,
When you
but
sent
like
me that, I
Aiden
was like,
O'Connell and a couple other no names.
yeah, I saw that quarterback room, and I'm like, man, I'd ask to be traded.
I think I responded to that picture and said that looked like the 5 guys that started the riot at the prison.
Yeah.
Because that did not
Well,
look like a quarterback room at all.
Well, to be fair, it is the Raiders.
It is true. You're right. There you go.
Touche.
Yeah. No offense to Joe, by the way, Eric.
Yeah, he
no
wouldn't
offense
take
to Joe.
offense. Are they the new age 90s Cowboys?
He wants to
Or the
be
Bengals.
Gardner Minshew wants to be a wrestler. I mean, that's what he's gonna be as soon as he gets out from playing football. I'm like, I'm gonna go into wrestling.
Well, until then, he's Uncle Rico, right? So
True. Yeah.
Yeah.
I just don't understand this trend of the mustache. I really don't.
no, the mustache only.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
I'm sorry.
No,
That's
do
just gives the creeper vibe
There's-
so
well,
hard.
like I feel like half of the people on ESPN do it, and I'm like, that's just not a good look for any of you.
None.
Ugh.
I mean, that's like talking about the Yankees earlier. That's the one thing about the Yankees. You can have a mustache. So some of these guys come over and they grow this big old mustache because they can, and that's all they're allowed. It just looks horrible. It really does. I mean, going back to the Giambi day, remember the one Giambi grew when he went over there? It was just like
Yeah.
Yeah,
he looked like he was one of the village people.
Thanks, I was trying to forget that. Yeah. Oh,
Okay,
look,
Val.
Val's collabing with more chefs across sports. Is anyone shocked?
Oh, look, it's the ultimate teammate, Gleyber Torres.
Not shocked at all.
Oh, is Gleyber Torres like going out of his way to help his teammates again?
Of course he is.
Man, I love Gleyber for that. I love the way he runs out like ground balls and everything. And his base running instincts are on point.
Hey, he's a player's teammate.
Hey, can you move to third? No.
No.
Why?
Can you exhibit some effort? No.
No.
Why? Because I'm Gleyber Torres.
Can you run the first base? No.
He's like, I'll do
I
what
can
I
get
want
hurt.
to do. Yeah.
That's right.
How long does he have of his contract?
That I don't know.
I bet you he's not with the team next year. I bet
He
you he
might
gets
not be.
shipped off to Siberia.
So he'll be a Marlin this time next
Yeah.
year, right?
There you go.
Or Oakland.
Yeah. He'll be in Sacramento, and people will be forced to watch him when the River Cats fans will be forced to watch him when they have to get a season ticket for both the A's and the River Cats.
Isn't that crazy?
Hey, I wouldn't mind having season tickets to the River Cats, though.
Yeah, exactly. I said
That's not a punishment, but the A's is.
The
Well,
punishment is
yeah.
the A's.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, I'd be buying River Cat season tickets, and then they'd stick me with A season tickets. That's the way it works.
They're like, can you keep it, please?
Yeah, please. John Fisher needs us to fill the gap. But
We don't like to promote other people's stuff on here, but Mr. Caputo has the Oakland Ballers today, and that was a really good episode.
Nice.
Yeah, don't do that again, okay? Take it back. Mr. Caputo has enough on his. Okay, totally kidding.
Well, I think if Eric moves to Sacramento, he might could get 150 games in for a year.
Yeah, because I feel like if you had tickets for both, they can't play at the same time. So when the River
You're there
Cats
every
are on
day.
the road, then the A's will be home and vice versa.
Yeah.
So I might as well just live at the stadium. And I could easily get.
Yeah, I was gonna say we're just gonna buy you like a pillow and a blanket to use at the stadium.
A sleeping bag.
Sleeping
You
bag.
think you do around the clock here for NBC? Wait till you do that.
So, Val, Bo Nix is not an upgrade from Russell Wilson, so don't be too happy, okay? I mean, Bo Nix is playing against a vanilla defense and vanilla, teams. So, right, let's,
Her
Neither
friend
one-
Paul. When did all of a sudden she become best friends with him and not us?
I know. All of a sudden, be nice to your friend Paul. Excuse you?
Yeah, what about us for?
Wow.
What episodes does Paul have in the can? That
What
we don't
about
know
your
about?
co-host? Jesus.
Yeah,
I
what
know,
about
right?
the
Man.
one you're in a text thread with? Come on.
Yeah.
Man,
What's going on?
pretty soon she's gonna be defending the Phillies.
And Tim Patrick is back.
Tim Patrick.
Oh. Okay. All
All
right. Let's get into the,
All right,
let's
football.
get into the NFL. Let's get to football. Because, AFC East.
All right, so
You
we're
guys
going
wanna
to start.
there.
Yeah, let's just start at the AFC East and work our way down through the.
I can't. I'm not going to. All right, we got the New York Jets, Miami Dolphins, Buffalo Bills, New England Patriots.
Oh man.
Gross.
I know, right?
Thank you for reading those off to remind me how terrible that is.
Oh God. Patriots is gonna be all right. So let's just start at so you got those 4 teams.
Easiest to start at the bottom, isn't it?
New England.
Yeah, I was going to say. I mean, it's obvious who's going to finish fourth in that division, right?
All right, so hold on a second.
Oh, we got a here.
He's probably
okay.
gonna say the Dolphins
Mm,
or the Jets.
Dolphins, Jets, Patriots, and Bill. Bro, the Bills lost like everybody, but they did get who is that? Keon Stowers.
Yeah, but
yeah.
What are you going to have? Are you going to get pre-Josh Allen? Are you going to get Josh Allen before talent, or Josh Allen? Like after he got the talent.
Yeah, I'm gonna go bottom, very bottom, last. I'll go Patriots.
So will I.
Same.
Everybody on the board with Patriots number 4.
Yeah.
Yes. Jared May. Oh my gosh, why am I the coach of this team?
Right. So, the Pats, right? Last place.
Yep. What about third?
Yeah, the Patriots, not the Patricks.
All right.
Both.
Influence. Eric, who you think's ahead of them?
I honestly,
Y'all gonna be.
I'm gonna have to do it. I'm gonna have to say Bills. I think Bills.
Okay.
They've been really good, but when they lost so much there, I got to go Bills on this one. I just think that it's gonna be too much on Josh Allen.
Okay. All right.
Mr.
Okay,
Prospect.
Patrick.
Or no, go you, Ed. You go, Ed.
Oh,
Come
me.
back to Patrick. Yeah.
Okay, I'll
We'll
go.
bounce around a little bit.
I'm going to put the Jets in third place. I think Aaron Rodgers is going to be too much of a distraction. There's a lot of tension between Salah and Aaron Rodgers and the front office. You know what I mean? I don't believe in this team right now. Their defense may be good, but I just don't think they have enough to, you know, to get ahead of Miami and Buffalo. Yes, Buffalo lost their wide receiver, but I don't know, man. I think Buffalo Bills are gonna still surprise some people, but I'm gonna put the Jets in third place.
All right, Patrick.
I've been going back and forth on this one. I'm going to go Jets third. I have similar concerns about Rodgers.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think his head is completely there, if I'm honest. When you're not showing up the mandatory, and I know he never has, but to me, New York's a different situation than Green Bay.
Yeah.
Even though I love some of the talent that they've got around him and Breece Hall and Garrett Wilson, I don't know. That Jets defense I don't know that they're going to be as good as last year. I don't know. I could be wrong on that because they do have a good core, but I'm going to go Jets third place.
Yeah, I'm the same with you. I think the problem is Aaron Rodgers thinks more of himself than the team, but also in the mold of kind of like Brady status. If you understand that from like Brady kind of controlled the Patriots. I mean, people came to play with Brady and all that. And I think
he backed it up though.
Well, right. That's what I mean. I think Aaron thinks he's that, and I don't think he is. To Patrick's point, he didn't have to show up as much with the Packers because he had a history with a lot of those guys. Every once in a while they had some new guys, but they kind of had enough time together. He could probably, in the last few years before he came over to the Jets, could afford to not be there as much, and they still would be in sync a little bit, if that makes sense. Yeah. I just don't think that this team is going to gel around him. I mean, again, you only see snippets of stuff, but I mean, him and the guys on the offense don't seem to be on the same page a lot from little clips you see of stuff, and they're arguing on the sideline about stuff. Yeah. I just don't think that team's going to gel, and I think that whoever says earlier, he's a big distraction. So I definitely the Jets are going to be there. The only reason they're going to be ahead of New England is that New England's a train wreck.
New England's a hot mess right now.
They are a hot mess.
They really are. Oh my gosh! Like the one good player they had, they traded away, Matthew Judon.
Yeah, and it's interesting because he's not requesting a new contract with Atlanta right now.
They should give it to
him. So he said he's going to play for it. So I respect the dude.
Yeah, he's a good dude. He's a good dude.
So,
but New England screwed him over.
That leaves 1 and 2 then. So when you say 2, we know who's 1. How about what do you think the other 2 are going to be, Ed?
I go back and forth, but I'm going to go put Miami at number 2 right now. I like what they're doing. Listen, I'll run through a wall for McDaniels too. That dude is hilarious. You know what I mean? He's like right now, he's like my favorite coach in the NFL. He's a player's coach, right? But he's also a very smart dude. But I'm going to put the Dolphins 1 just because the Bills have proven it a little bit more than the Dolphins recently. So they have a little bit of history built on there. And that's strictly in that because this is a coin flip to me. So, but I'm going to go Miami with number 2.
All right. So that puts you with Buffalo at number 1.
Yep.
Patrick, what do you say for your top 2 there then? What order?
Well, I mean, I'm going to go the Bills at number 2.
Mm-hmm.
I think Sean McDermott is coaching for his job this season. And I don't know. I've got similar concerns about Buffalo that Eric outlined earlier about Steph Diggs no longer being there. And if you remember, before Steph Diggs got to Buffalo, Josh Allen struggled. So, I mean, maybe it's a more mature Josh Allen now that can just carry his team, but he's got to prove it to me first. So while there are question marks for both of these teams, like both Miami and Buffalo, I'm other than Dave Canales. I mean, Mike McDaniel is my favorite coach in the NFL. I mean, Dave Canales is by far number 1, but Mike McDaniel is a player's coach, and I think they're ready to play for him. But yeah, Buffalo number 2, and obviously that leaves Miami at number 1.
All right, Eric.
I swear to God, if you put the Jets at number 1, Eric.
Bro, I don't trust the Dolphins. They'll be good. I think they could possibly make the wild card maybe, but I don't trust the Dolphins. So it's got to be Dolphins 2. I'm counting on a healthy A-Rod with Breece Hall, Garrett Wilson, and that defense. So overall, I can see them easily being last, but at the same time, with how they should be, which never pans out, got to go with the Jets. Jets 1, Dolphins 2.
Okay.
Taking the flyer.
It would be boring if we all picked the same thing.
Oh, I know.
I'm with you. It's
hashtag
it's for the content. Yeah, for the content.
Hey, I picked the Mariners. I picked the Mariners to win the AL West. So,
well, Donnie's analysis is like who has the most road games. Oh wait, they play the same. They play the same amount of home and road games. Man.
There we go. Hashtag content. Yeah.
There we go. There we go.
I'm with Ed on. I think not Ed. Patrick, you said the Dolphins, right? First.
Yep.
Yeah.
No, I did.
He said the Dolphins. I think the Dolphins are gonna win that division. Looking at their schedule,
they're winning the chips.
I mean, outside of, no offense, Patrick, but outside of the first 7 games, they don't really play anybody.
When he says that, he means take offense.
He is so definitely offending you right now. Just
I know.
So you know.
I had to say it that way, though. So, I mean, they're starting the regular season. They do have the Jaguars and the Bills' first 2 games. But then they've got Seahawks, Titans, Patriots, Colts, Cardinals, Bills, Rams, Raiders, Patriots. I mean, they've got a gauntlet of nothingness right there in the middle of that.
Wow.
Until they get to like the last part of the season where they have the Texans, the Niners, and the Browns, and then they finish with the Jets. I mean, they could make a pretty good run, especially if they can get past the Jaguars and the Bills early.
I love how he threw every AFC South team in there as a threat except for the Colts. Wonder where he's going to pick them to pick in the AFC South. Stay tuned, everybody. Hashtag content.
Hashtag content. I'm with you guys about McDaniel. I like him. I like what he brings to it. I think this is the year that they kind of really start gelling together between Tua. And I've never been a big Tua fan, but I just think that his system has gotten better each time. And I just, like you said, McDermott's fighting for his job a little bit. I don't think the Bills have all the pieces they've had in the past, so I'm going to go Dolphins over Bills 1 and 2.
That's a direct quote.
Direct quote.
Direct quote.
Yep. Do you guys?
I think I was misquoted.
Yeah. You know,
that was out of context.
Tape. Let's go to the tape. So, do you guys want to do the NFC East now, or you want to go through the NFC East?
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's go back and forth between AFC.
All right.
See. So.
Okay. Read off the teams for us.
So we've got Eagles, Giants, Cowboys, and Commanders. The Washington Football Club. Let's call it that. Let's see. Let's go. Let's start with you, Eric. What do you think?
Last place is Commanders.
Really? Wow. Okay.
That's a bold pick there.
Bold pick, Cotton.
That's about like picking the Jets to finish first. Wow.
Let's see how they do first before picking Cotton.
How about you, Patrick? What you think? Who's the bottom feeder in that division for you?
I'm going to go the Giants.
Yeah.
I think Jaden Daniels, and I know wrong person to be saying this from an LSU fan, but I think Jaden Daniels, he has some talent around him. And I think he can do Austin Eckler, and if he can make the throws that I know he knows how to make, I don't know. The Giants, I just don't know what we're losing Saquon and Daniel Jones. I just don't have faith in.
They don't have any identity, dude.
I mean, like the most exciting thing that's going on with the Giants, as much as I hate to say it, is Tommy DeVito's agent. So,
Still,
yeah.
I thought his 15 minutes were up.
Well, they probably are, but guess what? The Giants' 15 minutes of relevance are up. Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't know. Brian Daboll, I still think is a good coach, but I don't know.
He lost some serious weight, though.
He did.
Yeah, I'm gonna piggyback on you with this one. I'm also going with the Giants because I think they're a train wreck as well.
I think losing Saquon really hurts. I mean, I know he's not always healthy, but that's a big dimension to lose to your offense.
They have not found a way to get some talent. They used to have a lot of talent there.
Yeah, I see Malik Neighbors getting double coverage a lot.
Yeah, and Daniel Jones is. I think Daniel Jones is an average quarterback, and always has been a kind of an average quarterback.
Future EFA guest. It says that future EFA guest. He's just an average quarterback. Going on to an average contract.
Yeah, he did.
Exactly. So he just hasn't had any team around him, so that hasn't helped him either.
True.
No, so yeah,
he does not.
How about you, Ed?
I'm with you guys.
Yeah.
I'm with you guys. I don't think the Giants have any identity right now. You guys already know how I'm very, very I am so against Daniel Jones as a quarterback. I mean, I just, I don't think he's that good of a quarterback. He got helped a lot with Saquon Barkley last year, right? He was his, safety net, and now that's gone.
Wow.
You know what I mean?
Well, he got injured last year, so I mean,
true.
Injury.
So yeah, I'm with you. I have no faith in them. So I'm gonna go with the Giants in last place for this year.
All right. We'll stay with you. What about who's going to be above them?
Commanders. Commanders have done a little bit, not a whole lot, to improve. As much as I hate the Dallas Cowboys, I think the Cowboys are better than the Commanders and the Giants, but they're not. I don't think they're a third place team. The Commanders are.
Patrick.
Well, gentlemen, there's going to be a blizzard in DC because DQ is the new head coach. I think the Commanders are going to finish in third place. I just think, I think they're building something. I think that Dan Quinn is going to,
new ownership, new direction.
Yeah. Like I think they're in a transition. I think they've made some. It's very rare to say that the Commanders make a good move, but considering you've gone from Sam Howell III to Jaden Daniels, that's a humongous upgrade.
Yeah,
that alone, and we know how important the quarterback position is, and I think Eckler's a really good pickup. So, just to add different dimensions he can bring to your offense, and
could that be a sneaky, pick?
I think it could be. I mean. I'm not saying he's going to be an MVP, but I think he's just going to be a useful, No. I
don't think he's going to be an MVP, right? I mean, we'll know he's going to be a quarterback this year for MVP.
But he can run the ball. He's got good hands. He's diminutive in terms of he can get into little tight pockets. I really like that. And like I said, I think the Commanders, from having drafted so high in the past several years, they've managed to add some talent.
Yeah.
So, I think in the future, watch out. But this year, I think the Commanders finished third.
They're in a couple of years they'll be watch out. This year they're going to be watching from home.
All right, Eric,
Yeah.
you on board with that?
Giants.
Oh, that's right. You pick Commanders for last.
Giants.
So it's
Okay.
good information there, Eric. Content.
I love his insight.
It's good.
And I love the conviction that he makes picks.
I know, right?
Giants.
He's got we've already said everything there's to say about how bad the Giants are. He just thinks that the Commanders are going to be worse.
Yeah.
I've been going back and forth on this because I think the Commanders are going to be better than everybody thinks, but I don't know if they can overtake Dallas. But I think it's going to be really close. Right.
Man,
there
I hope
to
I'm
them
wrong.
maybe.
I hope they overtake Dallas.
I think.
I will be so happy to be wrong on this one.
So will I. So what?
I tell you what, for content, I'm gonna pick Dallas because I think it's going to be close. I think Washington might just edge Dallas out for second in the division.
Okay, I put it in ink. It's done.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a flyer on that one. I'm gonna as much as Eric went with the Jets to finish first in that division, I'm gonna go with Dallas to finish third in this division.
Did you do that based on analysis of road games?
My dude trying to steal home on us.
I haven't even looked.
What
at
is
the
he
game.
thinking?
Oh, he had a foot across there before that glove touched him.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Let's see. I want to see slow mo.
There goes the manager. Oh, hold on a second. Oh, go ahead. You're good. Never mind.
Yeah.
Oh no. You're good. Never mind.
Ed, what the Guardians need to do is bring out Travis Bazzana.
The Guardians.
Oh,
I love
that's
this.
what he did. Oh, he
Look how
stuttered
far he
around
was.
third. He's
Look
not
how
even
far he was.
trying.
He stuck his cleat on the dirt. What are you doing? What are you doing?
And
It's
by the way,
mustache.
everyone,
It's the mustache.
Ed is not upset.
Yeah, if he goes in head first, I bet you he gets. Ooh, that was close. If he goes in head
Yes,
first, I
Val,
think
I
he gets the
know.
hand in there.
Well, it's his fault for sliding the wrong way. First of all,
Yeah,
and it's the mustache.
that was bad. Yeah, I think the stash threw him off balance.
They did. Look at him. See, he's already off. Oh, he's out of breath. He's out of breath.
All right, let's get back
So-
to this. So,
Ed and Donnie, are you watching the Guardians Yankees game or
No.
no.
no? Okay.
What's it?
All right,
World Series.
just because I already threw Dallas down there at third, I'm going to say Washington second, which puts
Okay.
Philadelphia winning that division. I mean, I think Philadelphia is the best team in that division, although I don't think they're as good as they've been in the past few years anyway.
Bro,
But
can you believe that this dude may be playing for his, maybe coaching for his job as well?
Exactly. I mean,
Very
that's
hot,
another
yeah.
hot seat that you would be surprised that it's a hot seat, but it is.
Of how good they've been doing, right?
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
they've regressed, and they're still going to probably be the best team in that division. That's how bad that division kind of is,
Yeah.
too.
But it's kind of sad that you regressed and you picked up Saquon.
Right.
No.
Well, and that may be the one thing that helps them stop the regression. We'll have to see.
Possibly.
But
They've got holes too.
they do. So I've got Philly, Washington, Dallas, and the Giants. And
Okay. All right. Okay.
Eric, how do you finish yours out then?
Cowboys 2, Philly 1.
Okay.
Although Philly's really collapsed last year, so they're really going to have to figure something out. But I just think they have the most talent out of any of them, especially getting Saquon now. But I still think Dallas 2, Philly 1.
All right, Patrick.
Second place, Dallas Cowboys. First place, Philadelphia Eagles.
Does anybody think Dak's going to play after next year for the Cowboys? Y'all think they'll get rid of him? Or is this his last season there?
Oh.
Ooh, stumped the
I'll say
Schwammies.
this. I'll say this because they have a lot of contracts that they need to fulfill, right? You got CeeDee Lamb, that's also out there. Then that dude's going to get paid, as the top wide receiver in the league.
He's
I
going to
don't
be
know what they're
around.
waiting for him. I mean, he's
We
going to
don't
get
know.
paid.
It's Jones, dude.
Just
He's a
do it.
senile old dude that think he knows better than everybody else.
Yeah.
They may have been good at building brand. They're not good at building football teams.
Yeah.
They're in for the entertainment, not for the World Series, but the Super Bowl value. They should be playing for that, but instead they're playing for becoming a valuable franchise.
They need Jimmy Johnson back.
Well, he needs. I mean, he tries to act like Steinbrenner did, but at the same time, he's not, because just spend the money and worry about the problems with spending the money later.
He's the richest owner in the
Exactly.
NFL. So
Like,
I mean,
why do you care? Just spend the money on what you have to do. Like one of my friends said earlier, it's like same with the Buffalo a few years ago. They should take the hint from what the Rams did a few years ago. Just spend the money, get all the people you need for one season, and go all in for a ring. Who cares if they're there next year? Just spend the money and be done with it for a season.
Well, and for the Cowboys, that means a lot more than most, because what was it? Was it 96? Or sorry, 95.
The 90s.
It was 95, wasn't it?
95. It's
Yeah.
been since the 90s since they've won a,
Yeah. It was either 95 or I think it was 90. Was it 95, Eric and Ed? Or was it 96?
No, it was 95.
95? Because I just remember Barry Switzer was the coach when they last won the Super Bowl with Jimmy Johnson's team.
Yeah,
but,
that was Jimmy.
But
he won Jimmy's ring.
He did. But
just like John Gruden won Tony
196.
Dungy's.
Your boys
it was 95. 95.
Your boys won in 96.
The Colts.
Yeah, Colts did.
Oh,
No.
the Green Bay.
Oh, Green Bay won in 96. Oh, that's
I was gonna
Favre's
say,
ring. Yeah,
that
that
was
was in
a-
New Orleans.
And then they lost to Denver
They got
in
Favre in that
97.
season.
Yeah. So Ed, I guess where did you finish up, Ed, on your
Same thing. Eagles, Cowboys.
Yeah.
I think the Cowboys are going to be a team that's. First of all, you guys already know that I don't believe in that defense. Headed by the best defensive player in Micah Parsons, because he's that good.
Parsons alone can't do it.
You
can't be a one-man wrecking crew in the NFL.
Yeah. So I just don't think, with all the distractions that comes with the name, Jones, right? Because he just cannot stay away from just someone who puts him on a microphone. He's gonna have a hot take for something stupid. So he's gonna say something, and it's gonna be a distraction. This whole Dak Prescott contract should have never gone to the point where it is. It's as simple as that.
Yeah.
Well, Dak was saying that they've had really good discussions. Do we believe him?
And he's just being a company boy.
I mean, just think if he could have signed Dak to a long-term contract like 2 years ago for $50 million. Instead of now he's going to cost him 65 million or something stupid.
Because he's an idiot.
Yeah, he is a very idiot.
And you know what's going to happen if he doesn't pay? Guess what's going to happen? Somebody's going to pay Dak Prescott. Somebody needs a quarterback in the NFL.
Yeah.
And somebody's going to pay him.
If Daniel Jones got his money, Dak's going to get his money.
Jesus.
Who's Philip Val? Who's she talking about?
I think she's talking about
Phil.
I think she's talking about
Phil.
Yeah, Phil.
Oh, Phil. Okay, I got you. For the accent, the Southern accent, I got you. Okay. All right, so let's jump down. Let's stay in the we'll do the NFC North, and then we'll jump back to the AFC North. So NFC North.
Speaking
Bears,
of
Vikings.
Sorry, I was just gonna say. Speaking of Val saying Astros tied it, so my wife's best friend, her dad lives right across the street from Minute Maid, and that's where we stayed when we were down there in Houston. He's sitting at this game, Astros and Red Sox. He's sitting front row behind the plate.
Oh wow!
So I'm watching the game right now, and I can see him sitting there on TV.
That's cool.
He's like, yeah, I stayed in that apartment.
Yep.
Is this game going to go extras?
No, we're gonna win at the bottom of the ninth.
They're bringing Class A, bro. They're gonna bring Class A now.
All right, we got Bears, Vikings, Packers, Lions.
Oh my!
We'll save. Well, you know what? Eric, who do you think is going to be last in the division? We'll start with you, because this is your division. So let's start with you.
I honestly think they'll be a little bit better because JJ went down, but I'm gonna have to go with Vikings in last.
Okay.
They'll be better because JJ McCarthy went down.
Well, because I mean, you got Sam Darnold, who's not like, I mean, he's terrible, but he's not that
He's
bad.
not that bad. Yeah.
He's
more of a,
experienced.
yeah, exactly. There you go. That's what I'm looking for.
Listen, if they get prime Carolina Panthers Sam Darnold, watch out, league.
I agree with you on Bryce Harper, but we have way more of a shot winning than Caleb Williams has to win anything. But I do agree with Bryce Harper on that.
He's half right.
Yes, correct.
All right. Patrick?
I'm going to go Minnesota finishing last. Maybe I just don't have the faith in Sam Darnold that some have. I mean, I agree. I don't mean he's horrible. He's adequate. But I just don't think they have a whole lot else other than Jefferson.
Well, this is a division that's top to bottom. There's not a
Bad team.
They're not really a bad team. They're just the worst
Right.
of some good teams. So
Right.
They're not the
bad.
best division in football.
They're not as bad as the Colts, right? Right, Mr. Mayor?
No,
They're not,
I didn't say
they're not
that.
nearly as bad as the Colts. I mean, they're just straight up awful.
The Colts still have to prove. They're they got a lot to prove. I'm gonna jump in real quick. I'm with you on Minnesota being last here. How about you, Ed?
I just don't know what people see in the Bears. I'm sorry. I don't know what people see in the Bears saying that they're going to be the, improved from last year. I'm sorry.
Eberflus still there.
Yeah, Eberflus is still there. He's
Eberflus is
their
still
head
there.
coach. Okay, they just got a quarterback who, I'm sorry, I don't believe in their quarterback. So
Yeah.
I don't
Best
know
thing
why
we've ever said.
Yeah.
I don't know why everybody is saying that the Vikings are going to be worse than the Bears. I think the Bears are going to be worse. So
It's not so much the like Caleb Williams, I believe. I think there's a supporting cast around him that's fairly solid. That's my
there's a good supporting cast in Minnesota as well.
Yeah, I wouldn't say as good of a
And
supporting
their head coach is a whole lot better than
True.
Eberflus.
True, I would agree with you on that.
So
Yeah, I would
who's
agree with you
not
on
better than Jefferson and then Aaron Jones on the Bears?
Who's better?
Well, you said that they don't have
As a
anybody.
unit. No. I said as a unit, I like the Bears as a unit. Their supporting cast better than the Vikings. Individually, I think Jefferson's the best of the lot.
Bro,
I don't think there's a question of that. But based on ability and their past ability, DJ Moore, Keenan Allen, if he decides to lose some weight, Adunze, DeAndre Swift. I think just holistically, I like some of the key targets better than overall what Minnesota has. That's just my opinion.
Yeah, I think
Jefferson individually is best.
I think that because of the way the division is, we're splitting hairs a little bit on this between third and fourth place.
I agree.
And Lichtenberg says it here too. Vikings had the 5th toughest schedule in the NFL.
But what's that mean? No one's played this year. We don't know how tough
True.
it's actually going to be.
That's on paper.
Yeah,
That's
but
on paper.
We're not playing last year's teams, though.
But again, they'll be competing for 4th, with the Bears. So I think it's going to be one of those things where, I'm not necessarily saying that the Vikings are worse than the Bears, but I think the Bears right now have a better chance from a quarterback standpoint because I don't have any faith in Darnold. He's been,
I don't have any faith.
he's been.
What?
I don't have
What
any
has
faith in
Caleb
Caleb
done?
Williams either. I've told you guys on here. I don't know why he was even the first pick of the draft. I think Jaden McDaniels is the best quarterback in this draft. But
Professor, let me give you my Venmo, and you can go ahead and just send me that $35 because that's not happening.
They're not winning the division. They're not winning the division. It's
No
just not
chance.
going to happen.
0%
I'm
chance.
sorry. Everybody has this. They're enamored with Caleb Williams, as he's like the
Professor-
second coming of Christ. He didn't do shit in college.
Professor, the great news for you is that you'll be able to get that the ones that are already made for $5 on lids when the season about halfway through
I'll
the
make
season.
one for you.
You can go over to third world country and they'll have those there.
Yeah,
There you go.
there. God, that's so bad to say, but it's so true. But Caleb Williams didn't do shit in college.
Dude, he got
True.
torched by Notre Dame's defense, and then the rest of the season was terrible
He
last year.
sucked at Oklahoma. He sucked at USC. And you want me to tell you, it's like, oh, okay, he's going to be great with the Bears. Get the fuck out of here.
He's not going to be great. We're talking third and fourth place in the division right now. So,
But
Listen,
no, but that's the
let's not
thing,
get
though.
too
We're,
crazy.
we agreed that the Bears are not going to be like the second or
Right.
first or second. But
No.
if you go on ESPN radio or these other,
yeah.
national, they're like, oh my God, the Bears, guys. I'm like, are you guys high?
I think this is the best thing Ed's ever said.
Yeah. Wait,
Preach, Ed, preach.
Well, by the
my
way,
God.
content, Ed and Eric getting along. Content, everybody. Content, guys.
Hashtag content.
Hashtag
content.
content, baby. But it's
Yeah.
the truth, though. So
0% chance of that.
It's totally
Well,
the
who
truth.
did-
He
Yeah,
didn't
Professor,
prove
who's-
anything to be the
Yeah.
number one.
no, he didn't.
'Cause
do
USC didn't do
shit.
shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Professor, if you're going to have 2 Super Bowl titles by 2030, who's your quarterback going to be? Because it's not Caleb Williams.
It ain't gonna be Caleb Williams.
Who's your team gonna be? Because it's not the Bears.
What team are you gonna pick? Going to a good one here. Oh God.
I can't bear to talk about this anymore.
All
All right.
That's what I'm
Everybody
saying.
get their third and fourth. Let's go second before Patrick
Minnesota for me, third place.
Okay. So stay with you, Ed. Go ahead and give us your top 2 real quick then.
Listen, I respect that.
It's gonna be the Vikings in third place for me.
All right.
They're good. I mean, I think, let's be honest, Detroit and it's like this is the NFC North is 2 divisions. There's NFC North A and NFC North B.
Yeah.
You know what
I
I'm
agree with that.
saying?
Yep.
And it's Minnesota and Detroit and then Chicago. I'm sorry, Detroit and Green Bay, and then
Minnesota,
Chicago and Minnesota.
Yeah.
It's like 2
Yeah.
separate ones. I'm sorry, you just
Yeah.
I have to look at it that way.
Yep.
You know what I'm
Yep.
saying?
I don't think you're the only one that looks at it that way, to be honest.
Yeah. So,
The professor probably doesn't, but others do.
yeah. If you want me to give you the like how I'll look at the whole division, I'll give it to you. But because Eric is going to disagree with me on this one.
All right, well, throw it on out there. Let's get rolling.
Yep, it's going to be the Packers in second, and then the Lions in first. And I'm
That friendship
splitting
didn't
hairs
last long.
here.
I agree with you. I'm gonna jump in too real quick too, just to get mine out of the way, because I think the same as you. Just like I thought with the other 2, we're splitting hairs here, but I still think Detroit, with where they got last year, I love Jordan Love. I think he's better than a lot of quarterbacks. I think the best thing for him is that he didn't play right away and sat there for a little bit, but I think he's developing really well. I think Detroit, this is their window right now. And hey, he's a Cubs fan. I mean, he lived through a lot of optimism for a lot of years.
Well,
So
I was gonna say, and then in this season, any White Sox fan that had hope is a great example. Of this.
exactly.
Bad.
But I'm gonna go Detroit and Green Bay. I think Green Bay is on the up and coming. I think Detroit is they were so close last year.
I just
think
like
they are
Detroit's
gonna
defense better.
fight.
How's that?
Yes,
I like their
yeah.
defense better.
And I think they're gonna fight so much. I mean, it's gonna, like you said, we're splitting hairs here. It's gonna be close. I
Mhm.
still think they have just a touch more maybe with the defense to get over that hump. What about you, Patrick? We'll save Eric for last. We know where he's going.
Well, Mr. Mayor, you and Ed aren't lying. And so
7.
there it is. No, I think the Packers will finish in second too. I think you made some good points about Jordan Love. I think Jordan Love, I like the way he's developed. I didn't think he was going to develop to be as good as he's turned out to be, if I'm honest, but he's turned into a very good quarterback. I think he's looked good in preseason. But like you, I think I like Detroit's defense. They're bringing back pieces. They got their offensive pieces paid, which helps. They really invested, which is not very unlike the Lions.
Mhm.
So So like Amon-Ra St. Brown getting his money, Jared Goff getting his money. They got their pieces in place, and they've got a chemistry there. Like you said, that I love that Lions defense. I think that again, it's splitting hairs, and I think it's going to be a close divisional race, if I'm honest.
Talk about another person that they're hating on. This dude went to the Super Bowl with the Rams, and he got shipped off. And there's like, oh, no, he is done and over with. I mean, this dude has just been proving everybody wrong.
Name the quarterbacks that have made a Super Bowl with two different teams.
Right, exactly.
I mean, so, we'll leave that I'll leave that for others to answer. But
Tom Brady.
Yeah. Well, that's what I mean. That's what I mean. Like, look at who you're in a class with, right?
Exactly.
I mean, Kurt Warner.
Yeah.
Like people like that. I mean, you're talking Hall of Famers, right? Or future Hall of Famers. Yeah. So I'm not saying that's what Jared Goff is. I'm just saying like that's the kind of class that he's put himself in with that accomplishment.
Yeah.
So I think that I think the Packers will finish in second, but I think it's going to be a close race. I think that Detroit's challenge is determining, can they repeat what they did last year?
Yeah.
So now there's the burden of expectation on them.
What a pretty bunt. Holy crap.
Extras, by the way.
Yeah.
What a bunt.
I mean, I can't say this very often recently, but the Blue Jays didn't need extra innings. They just pounded the Reds.
Yowza. Look, he actually did something right.
Go ahead, Eric. Jump in there. We know where you're going, but let me say this real quick, because this was
I think he's going to pick Detroit number 1.
Well, if he's honest with himself, he will. But I just want to say something on one of Patrick's points about Jordan Love.
He was looking at Sydney Sweeney's Instagram.
I think
Professor. I said bunt.
I think when you're talking about Jordan Love, one of the best things about Jordan Love is that the Packers, everybody questioned the Packers taking him, moving up, taking him, holding on to him, sticking with him.
Mostly Rodgers.
Right. And I think they have proven that they knew what they were doing. Whereas, like San Francisco moved up to get Trey Lance, and that proved to be a disaster.
They should have known it was going to work. Look what they did. Favre sat for a while. Aaron sat for a while.
Right. They knew what they were doing because they brought him in. They wanted him to sit a little while and follow that process. That
model, yeah.
And I think it's going to benefit Green Bay long term.
But I also give the Packers fans credit too, because I think among fan bases, they're among the most patient in letting like players develop. Like normally when you've got like a top pick like that, you're going to demand to see what they can do.
You can't. I mean, Packers and Steelers fans are 1 and 2 when it comes to that.
My fucking Steelers. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. No.
We'll get to them in another division.
Yeah, but I mean, no. I think like, and just knowing what it takes to get a season ticket. Like my cousin finally got his Green Bay season ticket, and he's been supporting them for like 25 years, and he finally. Right. This year is the first year he's going to have a season ticket with the Green Bay Packers.
You better not get rid of it.
You what?
Your cousin?
Yep.
Are you close with him?
Fairly.
Good. Hey, you know a guy.
Is he not? Is he patient enough to let somebody else use his ticket for a game?
No, he's not. No, he is not.
Sorry, Eric.
He's like, I've been waiting 25 years. What makes you think I'm going to give these tickets away?
Yeah.
Does he have 1 or 2?
Good question. I don't know. I want to say 2.
Okay. All right. So there's hope, Eric, that you could be a guest of his, possibly. It's going to boil down to how much he likes Patrick, as to whether he would let one of Patrick's friends join him.
And this is where he says, "Well, then now I'm out of luck."
Right.
Yeah. All right. So what you got, Eric? Where are you going to go? You going to be honest with yourself, or you're going to go with your heart?
Test him.
Yeah, I get it. He's thinking about it.
Yeah, so I could go for content.
What will he do?
I could go for content, but I'm going to say Green Bay 2, Detroit 1, and here's why.
Okay.
I don't know yet how Josh Jacobs is going to be in this offense. He's not really been a catch passing back like he probably will be in Green Bay, and I don't know how Jeff Hoffley's defense is going to be coming straight from college to be the head defensive coordinator. So that's the main concerns are the defense and first-year defensive coordinator. Now, I don't think they can get worse than last year with who they had, and I'm just not sure about the running game at this point. Now, the only thing with Detroit, on the other hand, is that collapse in the NFC Championship game. So how are they going to fare? Just like the Eagles, how they collapsed. I know it's not the same. They just collapsed at the end of the season versus the NFC Championship game. But I want to for content, but I'm going to say Detroit 1, Green Bay 2.
Well, I think Dan Campbell's going to make better decisions this year based on the bad decision he made last year.
You mean he'll actually go for the extra point?
I think he will weigh, not necessarily. I think he will weigh the decisions better.
That's what we call a big swerve, Cotton.
All right, let's jump up to the AFC North real quick and wake Ed up here because he may have a few things to say about Cleveland and Pittsburgh, and then Baltimore and Cincinnati. This is the division that's near and dear to him. So we'll jump in with you, Patrick. How about you start us off on this one?
We'll go with the extra before we get to the main event,
course.
right? Yeah, the main course.
We'll see how it builds up to him.
Oh man, man, where do I go with this?
French's lost tonight.
You what?
What?
What was that?
What happened?
This is a tough division to call.
It is,
but
this is the toughest division in all of football.
Every year it's that way.
But honestly,
and listen, I'm taking myself as a Browns fan. My fandom that is a tough division.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think the first thing you have to analyze is the Jameis Winston effect. I mean, it's humongous. But
grow up.
Yeah, but fourth place, I'm going to go Pittsburgh. Which I go do against my better judgment. So #content, because I really love Mike Tomlin as a coach, but I just think the uncertainty of knowing whether it's going to be Justin Fields or Russell Wilson, and maybe one of them will take the job, but I don't know that I have faith that either of them is going to make the job their own. I mean, I think that there's talent around them. I don't think that Pittsburgh's a bad football team. I think this is a lot like the NFC.
The worst of the best teams. The
worst of the best teams. And so, by no means by picking them last do I think that Pittsburgh's a horrible football team. I think they've actually upgraded at the quarterback position, because how can you not when you had Kenny Pickett? But
are you fucking kidding me?
What?
Bases loaded and you can't score a run?
Oh, I thought you were. Oh, you're talking about the baseball game. I thought you were talking about my Kenny Pickett remark. No, it's like, man, I forgot you were a big Pitt fan. Yeah. Anyway,
he had second and third no outs. By the way, go ahead.
Yeah,
it was bases loaded.
Yeah. So I guess the Yankees are looking to steal this game, huh? But anyways, Pittsburgh's going to be fourth for me.
All right, Eric.
Yeah, I don't trust Russell Wilson being in a new offense and everything. So, and is TJ going to be healthy?
Very good question.
Even when if he is, I don't know that they're going to do much. I got Pittsburgh last.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with you guys too. And again, like we said, the NFC North was like a A 1 and 2 and a B 1 and 2. This division every year is like an A 1, 2, 3, and 4.
Yeah,
there's no A and B. It's just like there's 4 teams in a year. It could be whatever. Yep. And by Pittsburgh being last, they're still going to be 500 team because Mike Tomlin's always over 500. So
every team in this division can make the playoffs.
Yeah, I mean, I think every team's going to have more than 9 wins. I'm going to pick that too because I think Tomlin's going to have he's going to be 9-8. And everybody above that's going to be that or better. So I'm going to go with Pittsburgh in fourth in this division, just from that standpoint alone.
knowing my luck, they'll be 9-8 and actually make the playoffs, because guess who else finished 9-8 and didn't make the playoffs last year? The Colts.
I told you they weren't going to.
I know you did.
Mhm.
Yeah, when the refs gave you that game last year, I haven't
Well, I
forgotten.
told you they were. Hey, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, guys. I mean, I'm with you. I'm with you there. Like, I mean, I again,
Yeah.
same thing.
He's for
same-
Darla, I'm sorry.
I know she. Thank God she's not here right now to hear this.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm a fan of Russell Wilson. I think he's, I think he's downgraded himself to the level of a backup quarterback for a couple more years. You know what I'm saying? I don't think he'll come in as a mop-up situation. We don't know what Justin Fields can do right now in this offense.
No.
We just don't.
No.
My worry, the same thing again that Eric said. I'm going to agree with that one, and I agree with all of you. Can TJ Watt stay healthy?
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Every year, everybody's like, "Oh my God, he's the best player in the league." Great. The reason why you haven't gotten Defensive Player of the Year is because you haven't been able to stay on the field.
Right.
And everybody's like, "Oh, they stole it from him." No, they didn't.
And it's hard to be a one-man wrecking crew in the NFL. We talked about that with I'd mentioned that with Micah Parsons in Dallas.
Right.
Because other than like Minka Fitzpatrick.
Well, Micah Parsons can suck it.
Yeah. Well.
Oh, come on, Ed. Don't be scared. Why would you intentionally walk Judge?
To go for the double play.
Pitch to
let
him.
Let Ed be the judge of that.
You
know what a leadoff walk. Well, I get you. They start with the runner on second, which sucks too.
Yeah, they started with the runner on second. Someone moved him already, so there's one out. What is this? Glaber Torres? No, that's not Torres.
No, I think Stanton.
Yep, double play.
Glaber's at third.
Yeah, great. Yeah. So, yeah.
Well, don't worry. Glaber doesn't run out plays anyway, so you might have a chance to get him at home.
True. Yeah, I was saying though, TJ Watt. There's a lot of this defense is getting old.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And as much as like I believe in in Tomlin and all that, I just can't right now.
All right. So who do you have who do you have third in the division then? We'll circle back the other way. Cincy.
I got the Bengals. And the only reason, and like again, I'm just splitting hairs on this one because I want to see what Joe Burrow can do if he stays healthy. Another one, right? Great talent. Jamar Chase is great, but Jamar Chase cannot be great without a good quarterback.
Yeah.
I'm gonna jump in. I'm gonna go Cleveland and not.
Okay.
I'm like you. It's splitting hairs. I think Joe Burrow is going to stay healthy, and I think he's going to be a little bit of what he was a couple years ago. I think they've got some pretty good talent. I just think Cleveland they don't know what they're doing right now, and that's bad because they've got talent.
That team is so loaded.
It is, and it's like, and I've always loved Deshaun Watson as a player, on the field. I just don't know what's in his head right now as a player because he's just not what he used to be. I don't know what the problem is. I don't know if it's the off the field stuff that he can't let go of, or just I don't know. I don't know where to go with that, but I just think that I think Cincinnati's going to edge out Cleveland right there a little bit. So I'm gonna go Cleveland third on my pick. Eric?
Yeah, I'd agree. I'm gonna go Cleveland.
Okay.
Patrick?
I agree with you guys. I mean, I know that I think just the blatant disrespect.
You guys are all wrong, but I'm marking it.
Well, I mean, my reason is a little different. I just think the blatant disrespect of the great Jameis Winston not being the starting quarterback in Cleveland. I mean, that's just downright insulting for a man of his Hall of Fame caliber. No, but I do think that the uncertainty at the quarterback position for Cleveland.
And I'm going to give you another one. We still don't know about Chubb as well, who's coming back from a really bad leg injury.
Yeah. Well, I mean, but then we can make the same argument for the Bengals, right? Because Joe Burrow is the X factor. But I believe enough in what Joe Burrow can do because Cincy's a completely different team when Joe Burrow's under center. They're
Yeah.
a completely different football team.
I think, and I think, like I said, he's going to come back pretty strong this year. I think.
I agree with that. I think he is too, or at least maybe that's more my hope talking. Because obviously I love Joe Burrow, from for what he did at LSU, but yeah, I think just some uncertainty. Even though the Browns are loaded with talent because they are, I think that just uncertainty at key positions is what's going to hurt them. Did the Royals lose?
Well, yeah, they're losing, but pathetic, Donnie.
I know.
Did you guys blow? Did you guys
no, we're going into the 11th.
What'd you guys do?
I don't know, man. Judge almost got caught on a pop-up.
Yeah,
and
he was
foul.
still in second, and then had to go back. And good thing he's 17 feet tall. Otherwise, Naylor would have had him.
Are you guys the Blue Jays in the wild card round of the playoffs? Playoffs? I just want to win a game.
Ed, pronounce those names for us that Zach said.
Yes.
Conspiradores de Querétaro, Querétaro, sorry. Guerreros de Oaxaca.
Oaxaca. See, I thought it was Querétaro with the accent.
No, Queré. The accent is in the east, so
Querétaro.
Querétaro.
Yeah,
Querétaro.
That's why I said Querétaro.
Querétaro. Oh, anyways, continue on.
Okay,
who's next?
Well, I was going to stay with Patrick and go. What's your 1-2 then? Since you agree with us on the third.
Yeah. I think that I think that Ed's
Ravens won.
Team,
Bengals.
Yeah. I picked the Ravens to win the division. Although they do have some questions for me because losing coordinators like the way they have, because it's one of the pitfalls of being successful. Is that you lose coordinators. So I do think there are question marks there, but I still think the Ravens have enough talent to finish first in a very loaded division, and then the Bengals second.
All right.
Bengals.
Eric?
The Bengals.
Same. Baltimore and then Cincy 1-2. Baltimore 1, Cincy 2.
Yeah, I'm going to go the same. Baltimore, Cincy.
I'm surprised Ed didn't pick Baltimore fourth.
As much as I like to think what Joe Burrow is going to bounce back pretty strong, and since he's pretty strong, I still think Baltimore with Lamar Jackson, those guys, they're still the team to beat in that division right now. Ed?
I love it when you guys are all wrong. You know what? I'm going to agree with you on number one. Yeah, the Ravens are number one. Right now, they're the team. They won the division last year. You got to prove it, until you dethrone them, they're still going to be the number one team. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And listen, let's be honest. Like, playoffs and regular season are totally different thing for the Ravens. The Ravens are good during the season. In the playoffs, they choke. Can you get that thing off, please? Just garbage. No. And as far as the Browns are concerned, listen, I got some. The defense is still one of the best defenses in the NFL. I don't know right now. My question marks are like you guys were saying. Deshaun Watson is still a big question mark. Can he come back? Can he play a full season? Can he get out of his head? Because at this point, I don't think it's a physical. I think it's all mental for him. With Chubb, is the opposite, right? This dude is like, he is like, yeah, I'm gonna truck you over. It's just that your team, held onto my leg and then bent me over and broke my leg, kind of thing.
Yeah, I was gonna say you need ligaments and bones in your legs in order to be able to do that.
But if you guys were seeing, like, this dude was just, deadlifting 600 pounds, so that dude is as strong as an ox.
He is.
Yep.
He's ridiculously talented.
Yeah, stupid strong. I believe in their head coach. Their head coach has been absolutely, legit. I mean, you don't get, two-time. You get to be a two-time head coach of the year for nothing. You know what I'm saying? So I think they're doing great there. The Ravens are a good team. Yes, sir.
Can I ask a random question that has nothing to do with football? You mainly Mr. Prospector, you mostly, but others say I travel a lot. Paul's in Pasco now. He was just on Baseball Palooza. Now he's in.
Yeah.
Does that guy?
Well, no, because he's taking his daughter to college.
Yeah, he's probably taking her back to Gonzaga.
Mm.
But yes,
and you say that I travel a lot. I don't even
do.
think he really has a home. I think he just rents in Fort Collins because he's never there.
Yeah, he's never there.
No,
and he's
not.
been to
You're
London.
right.
Yeah, exactly.
travels-
Oh, and by the way,
he's going to Japan.
he's going to Japan as soon as he comes back.
Exactly. It's
And then going to Vegas. So yeah, don't ever say that I travel a lot. Anyway, sorry. NFC and AFC South.
Yeah. So
But you do travel a lot.
Yeah, do we want to jump through the rest of these real quick? I mean, we're getting kind of late, or do we want to call this half and come back
let's
with the
do
other
it.
half next week? Huh?
That's their call. I don't. Whatever you guys want to do.
I'm fine. I'm not.
we can split it here and do it next week because I mean that's
That's just up to you guys. I mean, I just don't know if we want to.
I'm with it. I can do that.
I don't want to rush through the others.
No, because I think we've been having some good conversations on these teams.
So what do we have?
everything else.
And we're at a halfway point. That's a good stopping point.
Yeah, we got the South and the West in both divisions, or both conferences. Excuse me.
And then we still gotta do Coach of the Year, MVP.
Let's just split it then if we're gonna do all that.
Yeah, we still gotta do all that. So, man, this was fun.
Yeah, Donnie can't wait to pick the Colts to win the AFC South next week. So.
Well, I want you to have plenty of time to make your case for the Colts. Okay.
Oh, I've already been studying, my man. I'm ready. I'm ready to build a case.
Well, you know the Jacksonville Jaguars are going to win that one. I'm kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm not going to pick them to be number one, just so you guys know.
Just like you guys have been objective with your teams, I'm going to be objective with mine. I'm very
they're in last place. We know.
Yeah, well, I'm very impressed with what Houston has done. Very impressed. So
here we go, Chargers. You know what I'm saying?
The Fighting Harbaughs.
The Super Bowl.
The Fighting Harbaughs.
Harbaughs.
Then that's where they have a bunch of improprieties and allegations that come their way before Jim Harbaugh leaves.
Oh yeah, which by the way, that came out against Michigan. Did you see that?
Yeah.
But he's like, I had nothing. I had nothing
to do with it. Then why were you the only one that was suspended?
Yeah. Is Jim Harbaugh like Urban Meyer? Just like wherever he goes, there's just like allegations that come up later.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Well, y'all saw he offered Kaepernick a coaching job, right?
I did see that.
Yeah, but Kaepernick said, "Like, no, dude, I want to play."
Yeah,
like, bro, you're done. Just stop.
I mean, come on. Tebow wanted to be a quarterback, and he could have been a great tight end, but he did not want to play tight end. And then
he should have played tight end.
He should have played some tight end. He might have had more of an NFL career.
Should have, could have, would have, but he didn't.
Listen, Skip Bayless told me that Tim Tebow was a great NFL quarterback. Okay.
Skip Bayless can suck it.
Come on, Skip. Come on, Skip.
Aren't they done with that show anyways?
Yeah, well, Skip Bayless left Fox. Yeah.
So who's more delusional, Charger guy over here, Zach, or Professor with the Bears?
Professor.
Jim Harbaugh gonna make Justin Herbert the MVP. Man, you better chill out, Zach.
Come on, baby.
Calm down, bro.
Zach's a baseball guy.
Yeah.
What's up?
I mean, he did get the right, hashtag, so.
Yeah.
Get that thing off.
So one of my fantasy leagues started picking today. I'll tell you my first 3 picks I've gotten so far. I got number 2 pick in the draft.
So far, it's already 10:30. You're still going?
Is this an all day kind of thing?
Oh, this is a no time limit. I mean, we're going to be picking for weeks. Yeah, this is.
Let me guess. You got Jamal Charles, didn't you?
No. It's
TJ, who's Mazzata?
TJ, who's
I love that one.
TJ, who's your mama?
Yeah, TJ, who's your mama?
I'll tell you this: the first pick of the draft was Patrick Mahomes.
You got Kadarius Toney, didn't you? My gosh,
you did.
You picked it in your first 3 picks, didn't you?
No,
what in the world are you thinking?
I took Christian McCaffrey with my first round pick.
Okay.
Didn't I tell you I would get you a hat if you went with? Who did I say? Was that Tony? Or I said something about if you went. Yeah, like first overall in ours. Speaking of which, are we Are you
Yeah,
rolling
I'm
that up?
just looking at it. Just
Okay.
looking at it.
Yeah.
just to
In fact,
tell
I was
you,
just talking about the draft.
So let's
today.
talk about that real quick, guys. Let's
I
talk
was
about
gonna
that.
say, let me give me. I'll give you. I've only got 3 picks so far.
Okay.
It's coming back to me
Okay,
here
Tony.
sometime tonight. We had one guy that's been on the. It was on the clock like all day today. Apparently, he worked overnight and slept all day, and we were blowing his text up. But anyway, yeah. So I got Christian McCaffrey, Brock Purdy, and
Kadarius
Jared
Toney.
Goff.
I like Brock Purdy.
That's what I'm starting with. When it comes back to me, I think I'm going to go
Going heavily on
wide
the Niners.
receiver
Huh?
and probably a wide receiver and a tight end. Well, I was actually gonna get I thought about getting Jaden Daniels, but I was like, I can't pass up Purdy because San Francisco is going to be pretty strong.
Is Tony still available, or did someone snatch him up?
Let's see. Yeah, I think he's still there.
Nice. Well, good. You've got your WR1 coming up. So
Here we go.
man, why the wise pick, Kadarius Toney?
There's already 2 tight ends off the board in the first 3 rounds.
What? I mean, I know Kelsey, but who's the other?
They realize that Tom Brady's is still not playing quarterback, right? So you're not getting a lot of 2 tight end sets.
Sam Laporta.
Okay,
He's good, but he's not that high up good.
but does Jared Goff really give him that many targets to warrant that high of a pick in fantasy?
No.
No. He targets him at the end of each half, and that's about it.
Right.
The guy that picked him's on the clock right now, but his previous 2 picks to Sam Laporta were Jalen Hurts and CJ Stroud.
And the reason I know that is because I've put a little bit of money on Laporta to have a certain number of catches, and it's like he never gets the ball until he throws to him 3 times with a 2-minute warning.
All right, guys.
I'm dating myself with like fantasy football, but it's like you never picked a Saints wide receiver when Drew Brees was the quarterback because he would spread it around.
Get him, Ed.
Zach, your teams have not done good against Cleveland all year. I wouldn't talk shit. I'm just putting it out there. I remember a certain CBN meetup. We sat next to each other, my man.
Is he flying back to your house to watch the game on November 3rd? Everybody go to Ed's house November 3rd.
Hey, all I know is I wish I was at Ed's right now in the corner watching this game.
Bro, how do you miss that, Donnie?
Yeah. By the way, Zach,
did you see that, Ed?
Jesus, how do you?
Oh, come on, Verdugo.
It's
because he doesn't have his batting gloves.
It's his gloves. Yeah, it's his gloves.
What was that? That's terrible. Ed, you better make him pay.
Oh, Jesus, they better score.
What
Oswaldo is someone I want to punch in the throat.
Who said something about the Yankees outfield defense earlier tonight?
Yeah, he looked down. He looked down at Octavio. He should have called him off and had that all the way.
Well, that was
all right. So what were you gonna say, Ed? You were saying something about the league.
All right, the DHC Sports League. My God, I want to punch something. Come on, dude. That's 2 innings in a row. All right. Do we want to do 10?
Yes.
Keep it at 10? Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Any more than that's too much.
All right.
Yep.
So we doing is this going to be a PPR league?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So I'm creating the league right meow.
Right
Okay.
meow.
Right meow.
All right.
Right meow.
Okay.
Right meow. It has been created. I have it here for the link and everything. I'm going to send it to you guys here in a little bit. Okay.
Okay.
So there's 4 of us already. Okay. So as we already know, I got to change the name of my team and then the color because I am not a green color on that. It's just gross.
New logo.
And then it says Ed's excellent team. We know that Ed's going to finish last. So we're going to go ahead and change that real quick.
Non-excellent.
Exactly. Ed sucks. All right. So it has been created. We have 10 teams. If you want to participate, slide into my DMs. Okay. First come, first serve when it comes to fantasy football. You guys already know. We'll come up with something cool for the winner and all that.
Put Mrs. Mayer down as number 5 because she said she wanted to take all you down.
What did Donnie get from you, Ed?
Okay, you have to go there.
Nothing yet.
Oh,
Nothing
okay.
yet. I keep forgetting to create the shit. Okay, I'm sorry.
I'll get it eventually.
No,
Listen,
you know what?
In 2036, that Dad Hat merch is gonna bang, man.
Just wait until I create my new merch, baby. Yeah, I got nothing.
2036,
Sellers already hooked me up from last year.
2036, it's coming, baby.
He actually created a ring.
I mean, it's one of those you can get anywhere, but
Yeah, he got me an
2023
LSU
champion.
But
one. Yeah,
where have you been, bro?
Brett, it's not the same one.
Yeah, that Brett, that's the one that this ring's from that you were in last year with
That was
Sellers.
Mike's league.
Yeah, I don't know
He
if Mike's still doing
activated it again, but never said anything about it.
I'll
Right.
text him.
Maybe
and
maybe that's
find out if he's
Jaguars
doing-
fans. Maybe that's Jaguars fans only. So there's only him.
You have to be careful. You say Jags fans only.
Jags
That's
only.
a whole different. That's a whole different.
I was gonna
that's
say
a whole different
Jags only. That's a.
That was intended to be that. Sorry, everybody.
All right, so yeah, I'll send
So this
out-
is a different one, Brett. If you want to jump in, message Ed. If there's anybody else in the chat that wants to take a shot at
Zach
fantasy
said he's
football.
in.
Okay.
All right, Zach.
What about you, Lichtenberg?
I don't
I
know if
know
he's
you a
still
football
on.
guy. Yeah, I don't know if he's on here still or not, but if he is,
Listen, I
let us know.
claim Scott Mitchell as my quarterback. Okay.
Lichtenberg's going JJ McCarthy first overall pick.
I did a league about 10 years ago, and I invited my next door
Ed's picking
neighbor to be
Jalen.
in it. And it was one of these where you text your pick because we weren't doing an online draft. And the first player he texted me, he's like, "Is Willie Wilson still available?" I'm like, "Are you kidding?"
Willie Wilson,
Who the
baseball
hell?
player,
Yeah, I was gonna say. I was thinking
The
the baseball
Royals?
player to play for the Royals.
real-
the
No.
Royals baseball player.
Not Willie Wilson. That was Willie Scott. Sorry, Willie Scott
Willie Scott. Okay.
for the
I said
Chiefs.
Willie
yeah.
Wilson. I'm like the
Yeah.
Royals.
Yeah,
It's
I was gonna
it
say,
was
wasn't-
Kansas City. It was a Chief. Yeah, Willie.
Well, I was gonna say,
Willie
wasn't
Scott was
he like the leadoff hitter for the Royals for a while?
Oh wow.
Oh well.
Oh, come on.
Are you ahead of me? You're ahead of me. You're ahead of me.
Wow.
Oh,
Double play. Come on.
Nah, he tagged up.
Oh, he tagged.
It looked like it was the way the camera angle, but nah, he tagged up.
Oh my God. What a catch. This dude has
So
made two
close.
great catches already this game.
Yeah, that's cheating, Zach.
I'll be able to set my alarm and grab Middle East while y'all still in bed. True story.
Zach, when are you leaving?
I think you said September or something. Originally, I don't know if it is still September, Zach.
He got in all the ballparks he could before he has to go.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, Zach sent.
He'll probably check out some ballparks over there. September 13th.
13th. Oh wow.
Be safe, Zach.
Definitely
Yeah,
be
for real,
safe.
man.
Yeah. Please be safe, Zach.
All right, sent to Zach. So make
All right,
sure
Donnie,
that
DJ's up.
DJ LeMahieu.
Ed's favorite.
Damn, he's rocking them pinstripes, looking pretty good right there.
He's a piece of shit.
He's looking
Did I
like
say that out loud?
he's
I'm
looking like a
sorry.
winner. He looks like a winner. Ed looks like a winner.
Yeah, suck it.
All right, what do we have going on this week?
You know what?
All right,
Nothing but quality content on this show.
Exactly.
Right,
what you,
right.
What you got, Patrick?
Oh,
Tomorrow's your
man.
day.
Yeah, tomorrow's tomorrow is our day, along with Earn Fun Average.
that's
This
right.
week on the Minor League Baseball Head History Series, we're staying in the New England Collegiate Baseball League, and we're talking about the Bristol Blues.
This dude's getting paid by this league. This dude's getting
For
paid.
sure. For sure.
Getting
Yeah,
paid.
all that money with my 100 views. Yeah, I mean, I'm getting bank from those 100 views.
100 more views than they were getting.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. No,
And if they had some nice shops, we'd be buying some hats.
yeah, like the lengths I had to go to get some of these NECBL hats was outrageous, but
Yep.
almost as bad as Cape Cod League. But yeah, so the Bristol Blues out of Bristol, Connecticut, for those that don't know, used to be a Futures Collegiate Baseball League franchise, but you'll learn a little bit more about that tomorrow. So tomorrow, Bristol Blues minor league baseball hat history series.
All right.
Sit down, LeMahieu.
Yeah, DJ's terrible, swinging it nonsense in the dirt.
Don't act like you mad. You're the one who swung.
What about earned
That's not
fun
called
average
strike.
there?
It's called striking out, swinging.
You
So
swung at a ball, bro.
tomorrow, earn fun average. We Johnny and I have on. His name is Noah Gattel. He is an author. He wrote a book called Baseball, the Movie. So he talks a lot about the baseball movies, and we talk about how there hasn't really been a great baseball movie since probably 2012. 42 is probably like the last big one. I know there's been a few, but nothing really big since then. But why was he? Oh, I thought he was celebrating like they just won it. Not that he just flew out.
Yeah.
But yeah, his name's Noah Gattel. And it's confusing because it's called Baseball the Movie, but it's actually a book that he wrote about baseball movies. And so we talk about some of the classic baseball movies, League of Their Own, and some of those others. So check out Noah Gattel and earn fun average tomorrow.
Okay.
Love it.
Love that.
Ed, what you got going on?
This week, nothing. I'll be honest with you. Like, the wife and the kid were leaving on Sunday, so I decided to spend it with them instead of, editing. Sorry. It's just the truth. Not even gonna lie. I was like, it's just straight up truth. I chose fam.
When I was going to say, you got priority. Yeah, you got priorities in order. I respect that.
So, but
we
this
know
week,
Val. Sorry.
Val, we're watching. We're watching, Val.
Why is he yelling at her?
What game is she talking about?
I'm sorry, I interrupted you. Go ahead and finish what you're saying.
But this week is going to be. You know what? We just finished that 2-part episode with Chev. That's such a fun one. Okay. This week it's going to be interesting because we are going. Is one of Val's friends, superfan Pittsburgh, superfan who also does a lot of food. Val, help me out here. I know you know his name, and I totally missed out because I'm still on Buffalo Bisons from last night that we interviewed the Buffalo Bisons.
Yeah. Oh, that's be good.
Yep.
Yeah, that's
by the way,
big
shout out to Val and you for being good co-host in the chemistry you guys are developing. It's really, really good.
Yeah.
Definitely. Yeah, it's been a lot of fun. I'm happy that I have her on the podcast because she's been great. Asking some really good questions that I wouldn't even think about. So Rudy, that's right, PNC guy. So you guys are gonna love this one. This one is cool. It was like it's also gonna be a 2-parter. We were talking for a long time on this one. So that'll be coming out on Monday, and then once that series is done. Ali Marcano, who is the head graphic designer for the Buffalo Bison and the assistant GM for the Bison, they were both on last night. So that was cool.
Love that.
I finagled my way. We both finagled our way into maybe doing something for next year with the team. So stay tuned. A little teaser right there.
There you go.
Sweet.
Very cool.
So there you go.
Hey, remember the Blue Jays fan that you know.
Yeah,
exactly.
They used to be a Cleveland, affiliate first,
They did indeed. But speaking of the Blue Jays, I see the Yankees are turning to a former Blue Jays reliever in Tim Mesa. And his 7.71
now wear a
ERA.
hat for a while. Jesus, that is just my God, that thing is pale.
Wow. He looks like a golfer. Like he shaved his head and everywhere there was hair is white.
He was real.
He was the longest tenured Blue Jay coming into this season, and then he was so horrible he got released.
It's like, dude, you only had to shave the beard. You didn't have to shave everything.
Yeah. And the Yankees and all their wisdom and their bullpen picked him up.
Well, they put as many arms in there as they can. So
yeah, well,
they don't care how great you are. They just want you for an inning.
I love Tim Mesa. Though. That's the thing.
Val, I don't do a lot of NFL games anymore. Like I don't go to actual NFL games. I've been tainted by the Browns and Steelers. You know what I mean? So
I maybe will.
I might try to go to Panthers.
possibly going to go to Kansas City since they're so close, and then we're also possibly talking about going to see the Lions and Texans in Houston maybe in November.
In the dome. There you go.
Yeah, not sure yet, but maybe.
I might travel to see the Falcons.
It'll be 90 degrees in
What is that?
North Carolina.
35 minutes.
Come on now, give me some credit. About 50.
Okay, traffic, so 50.
Yeah. Traffic.
Yeah.
Are the Colts playing when?
They're not playing in Atlanta this year.
No, okay.
Yeah, because last year they did, but they played like Christmas Eve, so I didn't go to the game because it was Christmas Eve.
It's Christmas Eve. Santa will be there when it's over.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like Ed, I prioritized family that day, so
you can see
about the only time I go see the Panthers normally is if the Eagles come to town, because I got a buddy who's a big Eagles fan, grew up in Philadelphia, so I'll usually go with him to see that.
There it is.
There's the former Blue Jays reliever I know and love.
Ah, jeez.
Giving up
There
runs.
it is.
Might as well put in Clay Holmes at this point.
There it is.
Just what we need.
Well,
Come
doesn't
in
Tim
and give
Mason-
up a run.
I was gonna say, doesn't Tim Mason have to face 3 batters though?
Yes.
That looked like a batting practice pitch right down the middle with nothing on it.
Right, right on the barrel.
What did I tell you? Former Blue Jays reliever. Need I say more?
Oh, jeez.
We just got Lane Thomas too, on trade. So just
you did. Did you guys just get him?
Yeah, we just got him this year.
Val.
Did you guys get him at the deadline?
Donnie's like, I'm logging off now.
Yeah, the trade deadline we did.
The Yanks.
Wow.
Never mind.
Wow.
All right.
On
that note,
I might try to go see the Chiefs at the Panthers this year. That's not bad. That's a Sunday before Thanksgiving.
That'll be an expensive game, though, man. We gotta listen. If you're gonna go to a
Not
Panthers game, you gotta let me know.
I may know a guy.
Let's see what we can do, Donnie.
Hey, Donnie, I'd come to a Panthers game. Donnie, I'd come for a Panthers game.
I won't come to a Panthers game.
That might be a hard ticket to get even from a guy, just because it's the Chiefs, but we'll see.
It doesn't have to be the Chiefs. I would just say, let's just
there's some other
game.
Hey, we go see the Cowboys. Cowboys are coming to Charlotte too in December. We'll go see Dak.
Yeah.
Other than those two games, there's not a lot of good home games.
Can we go to a game where the perception is that the Panthers have a shot at winning the game?
So no games this season.
No, the Giants are coming to town.
There you go.
Yeah.
Let me go back to the schedule. Let's see here real quick. Panthers. They are hosting. Where are we at? The Panthers.
That's the second time they've done this on this dude.
Jesus Christ.
Same kid too.
So the Panthers are hosting the Chargers, the Bengals.
Nope.
I'm the Giants. I'm just going and Chiefs. I'm going outside the division. Cowboys, Cardinals,
maybe,
and then the division.
They'll have to pay you to go to that game.
The Cardinals on top of that with Kyler Murray.
That's the Sunday before Christmas.
They'll have to next the Christmas present. They'll just give you tickets to that one.
With that ownership, he'll charge you extra.
Well, I was going to say, I heard that was video game night.
EA Sports.
Game night. EA Sports.
Yeah, well, Kyler's going to be there, right? So, it's video game night.
What do y'all think about Nicolas Cage playing Madden in a movie about the Madden football game?
They missed out on someone who could have done it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about, right?
No.
Caliendo.
Oh, Caliendo, yeah, with the voice and stuff? Yeah.
Yeah.
If I was them, I'd get Caliendo to do the voiceover and Cage would just have to lip sync to that. I mean, all he's got to do is just make his mouth look like it's making sound. So,
Jesus. I don't know what they were doing.
Anyway, let's wrap up, I guess.
Yeah, let's just do that.
The only thing I've got going on, because I don't know. I was trying to hold out and see how this game's going to go, but I don't know.
Red Sox are winning.
Yeah.
Let's pray they can close it out. Let's go.
Why, Val? You guys aren't going to come close to winning the division or making the playoffs. I know you don't like the Astros, but I don't know why you care about it at this point.
Wait, he got picked off? What an
No.
idiot.
So
Oh,
it was a
hit?
chopper to first. He didn't step on first.
Yeah.
He just threw immediately
One
over
shot.
to second, and then everybody was confused what was going on. He didn't touch the bag. So
He
it
looked like
should
he was
be-
tagging.
LeMahieu's
first,
such a
he
smart
didn't.
player.
It should be first and third.
He should have tagged the bag
Yeah.
and then thrown. to
Yeah,
second,
he should
had
have
the
stepped
double
down on the
play.
bag
See
and then
what?
say
He's right
yeah,
there.
he didn't
stepped-
touch it.
He stepped
So-
back like he was
So
going to
that's
touch it.
That's a mental error on
That's
that
a
dude.
force.
Yeah.
But then they didn't get anybody else out. Now the guy's pulled. He did his 3 and now he's done.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this
Tim
before
Mesa.
we go, and then we'll talk about it later. But like the MLB changing that rule for pitchers.
Oh yeah,
The sixth
they
inning
can't
rule?
enforce that though. There's no way they can enforce that.
6 innings minimum. Why
Well,
can't
what
they?
happens if it
Why? They've enforced the runner on second.
I mean, there's got to be some outs. You can't have a guy that's out all of a sudden he goes in and he's got to he's got to
what if-
pitch 6 innings and give up 14 runs because he's crappy that day.
That's
Or
well,
what if someone's
you know,
injured? What if someone's injured?
Yeah, there's got to be.
You better figure it out.
Well, if an injury is an out, they're going to always claim they're injured.
Well, that's one way to put a damper on my dinner and what's left on this day. Eric, that's for you, Eric.
I know. I mean, I don't know what she was expecting.
Yankees have used everybody in their bullpen now.
Have they?
Pitch Clay Holmes. Yeah, they had a graphic and all of them were scratched out. So if you
Jesus.
guys go
That's
anymore,
great managing right there. That is great managing right there. On that
Nothing but
note,
the
why
best
don't
from
we
Aaron
end it
Boone.
on that note, people? Let's end it on that note. Make sure you guys follow us again. We will be back next
Yeah, make sure
week.
you follow all these guys, all the content they're putting out there. Me, I'm just throwing out a hat every day, and
Hey, that's content, bro.
And make sure
it's something.
and make
It's
sure to
something.
follow make sure to follow Donnie Wise as well. Let's make sure we got
Because he
that
is the
clear.
mayor of the people. Okay, guys. He is the
Yeah,
mayor of the
He is
people.
the mayor. He's the mayor of all of us.
I do have one Fireflies game this week, and then I think we've got a couple of games in the last weekend of the season. We got games, so we only got 4 more home games. Total.
Hey, we talk some soccer sometime, in the future? I think it'll be great. Look at you. Look, I knew you were gonna say that, Patrick. I knew you were gonna say that. I'm in on that one, man.
Yeah.
Oh, can I promote what we did tonight, Eric, without saying anything, or the fact that we did it? No, okay.
we'll have to wait.
No.
Well, you have to wait for some fun EFA stuff later.
Oh, great. I'm not invited again. That's awesome. There it goes
Yeah.
again.
Yeah.
And good
He
night.
hates us. He hates us.
Yeah.
Well, on that note,
Listen, don't let that brief 15 seconds of getting along, get into your head.
Right.
Exactly.
Just say the Bears suck and we'll be like, hey, we're friends.
All right, guys. Well, the Bears suck. Have a wonderful evening. We'll see you guys next week.